Atlas Corps was created to achieve an important mission to develop leaders and strengthen organizations. We do this by bringing nonprofit leaders from overseas to the U.S. to volunteer for a year of professional development and volunteer service. In 2006, I was serving in the U.S. Embassy in India, and I met people developing a domestic service corps. I thought it'd be powerful for Indians and people around the world to have the opportunity to serve in the United States. They would learn skills and also share their perspectives. This opportunity didn't exist before, so I created it. Our vision is a world where good ideas and talented people cross borders to address the most critical social issues. We're creating a global network of the best social change professionals. We need help spreading our message to recruit more candidates, identify more host organizations, and partner with more funders who want to expand Atlas Corps around the world. In our first few years, we supported more than 200 people from 54 countries. We want to have 500 fellows a year going to communities around the world. Atlas Corps is based on a social entrepreneurship model. Therefore, we're not limited by our fundraising successes. Instead, we're empowered by them. 75% of our budget comes from the cost share host organizations contribute to receive a fellow. This model ensures our sustainability and increases the commitment of the host organizations. Atlas Corps is also based on collaboration. We're not limited to one social issue or one region. We connect talented individuals to dynamic organizations. It's a simple equation that provides rich results for all involved. When you bring a microfinance leader from India, a youth development specialist from Colombia, and a doctor from Sudan into the same place, amazing things can happen. Atlas Corps is a case study in the power of a good idea. We filled a gap created by a unique market failure. It's difficult to sponsor a visa for an international nonprofit leader, but we've mastered this complicated need and partnered with more than 100 organizations to host more than 200 different leaders. The host pays 75% of the expenses, and we raise the remainder. The result is a leadership development program for nonprofit professionals, a capacity building program for the host organizations, and a global community that benefits us all. It's important to find out whether the Atlas Corps Fellows and host organizations have a favorable experience together. And the answer is a resounding yes. Among our fellows, 90% report increased professional skills. 90% report an improved view of the United States and other countries. 90% report increased collaboration across borders. And 85% of our host organizations report increased capacity after hosting a fellow. Atlas Corps Fellows are not interns. Actually, they are professionals that bring, on average, 5 years of experience. Our fellows include doctors, and the majority of our fellows have master's degrees. Of course, we also have participants with 2 to 3 years of experience. The average age is 29, and we have less than a 2% acceptance rate. The opportunity is very competitive. Atlas Corps is a model for international exchange. Since our founding, we've engaged more than 200 fellows who've served at more than 100 organizations. In addition, we have more than 2,000 others who are active in our network, nominating candidates, reviewing applications, and providing professional development. This vibrant network has been recognized by the World Economic Forum, the Washington Post, Forbes, and the U.S. Center for Citizen Diplomacy. Atlas Corps launched in 2006, and the economy tanked in 2008. That put us in a tight position. But I'm proud to say we never furloughed an employee and never sent a fellow home for budgetary reasons. In fact, we continue to grow because of our lean operating model. Of our 200-plus fellows, about 9% have not completed the fellowship. Other organizations may say this small number is acceptable, but we know we can do better. The overall vision of Atlas Corps is a multilateral service corps that facilitates the movement of talented individuals across the world regardless of political, geographic, or cultural differences. The most talented individuals serve at the most dynamic organizations to solve our most critical social issues. With additional resources, we'd place fellows in numerous countries beyond just the US and Colombia, and increase the number of placements we have each year. Our biggest limit to growth is identifying organizations that have the financial and structural resources to host a fellow. With additional support, we can minimize that growth barrier. Each year, Atlas Corps receives 3,000 applications, yet only places 77 fellows. There's so much more we can do to connect talent to opportunity to benefit both organizations and individuals, and in turn, impact the entire global nonprofit sector. Recently, we completed the orientation of our first class to bring together fellows from South Sudan and Sudan. Together, they're going to determine the futures of their countries, and will have the support of our fellows community at every step. With additional resources, we can grow our capacity to connect dynamic individuals across the world.